couple of
We're
trips.
going live.
Shalimar.
Oh my gosh, we are back here with Detroit Key Club Live Conversation with another episode. And it is snowy in Detroit. What is going on with this weather?
It's finally winter.
No.
Hmm
Mm-mm.
I'm with Tony. I don't accept it.
On my Facebook, Remember Wins?
No.
That's what I call it.
See, I'm all for global warming.
I had the same thing last year for yesterday. It's finally winter.
When is
Because
winter
we had
over?
snow. Whenever it stops snowing.
Uh-uh. Listen, when we left last night and I got home, it was dry, and then I fell asleep and woke up and it was like winter
Snow.
wonderland.
Yeah.
And let me tell you this: why my snow guy came over this morning, and I'm like, "Why are you
to
here?"
shovel an inch of
That's-
snow.
Right, I'm not paying you.
He bought his money.
Yeah,
I
he
told him, I
about
said
his
no,
money.
and I had got a snowblower for Christmas, so I was like, I don't really even need your service anymore.
Wow. You didn't even call him and give him a
He
2-week
was
notice.
so butthurt.
You
and I
fired
was
him
like,
on this day off.
I did. He was like, "Oh, you got rid of my contract." I was like, "Your contract?" I said, I can do it myself now." And then he just asked me today, was like, "Oh, do you want me to do the grass?" I was like, "No, because somebody bought me a lawnmower too."
Lord have mercy.
Just mean.
You just put the man out of work.
I know. So let's talk about what was happening over the weekend, because on Friday, and Tasha, thank you for making that connection with me and Tashana. So I had the opportunity to DJ her daughter's 13th birthday party. So she's a teenager now.
Yes, she is. Little
And
Nyla.
let me tell you that party was so amazing. Like the people that did the decoration, it looked like it was like, you know,
the theme was Winter Wonderland.
Yes, but the amount of decor was almost like somebody's 50th birthday. Like they went all out of the way.
That's good. Yeah, I seen some pictures that Tashana posted on Facebook, and everything looked really nice.
And the kids, they were amazing. No issues. I really like to give a thanks to the grandmother and Tashana. They like really accommodated me. So they gave me something to eat, something to drink, made sure that I was okay. And none of my equipment was tore up. The kids were on their best behavior.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Did they do the 360?
They did. They
Okay.
did. And they really enjoyed it. And I made sure that I had a whole bunch of lights and different things so that they could do the TikTok. And I have not seen so many TikToks in my life that dance.
You should see them every day in the hallway. They go in the bathroom at school and make them. Sometimes they just set the phone up in the hallway and make them.
And then I got 3 bookings from that
It
too.
irritates my soul when they stand in line in TikTok.
They TikToking. Did you hear on the news that the colleges are now banning TikTok on their campuses on the Wi-Fi?
Wow.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because they feel like China is spying. I said that was interesting.
Very interesting.
I saw it, and yeah.
Now, you know, 45 tried to get rid of TikTok.
I think they should. TikTok is kind of taking over everybody's life.
Yeah, once I start scrolling, it'll be an hour later. I'm still scrolling. I'm like, okay, let me get up. I've watched too many videos today.
Yes.
You can easily go down the rabbit hole.
You can, and you will spend so many countless hours watching TikTok, watching how to flip pancakes or how to flip a grilled cheese sandwich. Like, if we really need to know that.
So that's DJ Tone, available for all of your music events, and that's DKC 360 Rentals.
That's true.
Hit us up.
Okay. So how did you think I did last night at the Black Party? Let's talk about that.
Well, first shout out to everyone who came out to our Black Party. We had a great time as usual. Miss Sharma, thank you for being a model, because everybody assumed it was your birthday. So you might have some gifts coming in. I don't know. I'm still getting texts about did you go to Sharma's party last night? Sharma had a party last night.
No, nowhere on that flyer said it was Sharma's birthday.
Right, that just shows that people don't read.
They don't. But you know, they really do not, because when they look at the flyer and text you and ask you what is the address, that like really gets under my skin. I almost want to say, did you read the flyer?
Obviously not.
I do say read the flyer.
And shout out to Dunlap and his crew for even inviting us to have the black party there at the factory. They got the
Mm-hmm.
factory. It's a biker club right there for 6 Mile between 75 and John R.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that you did an excellent job.
Thank you.
You kept the music going. You had a nice little mixture, new school, old school,
Mm-hmm.
The DJ wouldn't
young.
take my request though.
No request.
Oh, no request.
I was texting him, the songs I wanted to hear. He wouldn't play them.
But I have my phone on Do Not Disturb though.
That's okay though. I got you.
He had a
What?
little family reunion mixed with a little ratchet. It was just
Mhm.
a great combination.
No, I love some ratchet.
We know.
Oh, I love some ratchet.
He gonna look at me on one of the songs like you the only one in here not singing. I'm like, I don't know it.
So the song was Shabuya. Shabuya,
Mhm.
Shabuya, roll call. I'm like, Tasha, how you not know this song?
Well, I know the old version from Ben Harbor High School cheerleading team.
How did it go?
My name is Tasha,
What?
and I'm a Leo.
What?
That's all I remember.
Okay, girl, bye. And that's part of
That's
the
all I
song too. Shout out to Bonnie for her birthday.
Yes, my sister Veronica is celebrating her birthday on Wednesday. So happy birthday, Vonnie.
I'm a little mad at her, right? I'm mad at Bonnie. How's she gonna have us to set up her birthday party and she just come through and then walk out? Tasha said she didn't even see
I didn't
her.
even see her. I didn't even know she came in.
So I'm putting her on the
Mm.
ish of the day. I love you,
Mm.
Bonnie, but you're gonna be on the ish of
Mm.
the day.
She didn't even make her way around the room.
She did not. All
That's
right.
cool.
So let's get into it because there is a topic, well, not a topic, but a news article that I really want to get into that happened in Pontiac. All right, with about the woman and her two sons that end up dying.
Yeah, that was something.
Yeah, that was really, really.
That
Let
was
me see if
something.
I can bring
Because they
it
said
up.
that she had been going throughout the neighborhood asking for help from people,
Mm-hmm.
and no one would really help her. And then the police officer, the sheriff, said that he had been looking for her and couldn't find her. And then when they did find her,
So let me go ahead and read what the I got this information from Click on Detroit. It talks about Oakland County Sheriff Michael Bouchard said family members recently noticed that Monica Kennedy, 35 of Pontiac, was struggling with mental health. Her mother noticed a change over the past 3 weeks, but wasn't sure what had caused it, according to authorities. So on this past Friday, Kennedy mother noticed that her grandchildren were cold. Family members offered to help Kennedy, but she refused, Bouchard said. There's a mental health crisis. Police said Kennedy left her apartment on Friday with her 3 children. I'm going to keep the kid's name out. Between Friday and Sunday, Oakland County deputies received multiple calls about a woman and children wandering the street without the appropriate clothing for the cold weather. From their side, they were not called about a person or kid in crisis, but they would get an occasional call that there was somebody in the area that didn't look like they had appropriately dressed. But to speed up the story, they end up, well, it was 3 children, right? And I
Mhm.
believe the daughter
Yeah, she survived.
she survived.
survived and went and knocked on one of the neighbors, somebody in the area door. And then when they came out, the woman and the 2 boys were deceased.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that is like one of those topics that we need to talk about in one of our shows about mental health.
Mental
Right.
health, very, very important.
Yep.
And especially in the Black community, because I know it's a stigma with us going to go see or talk to somebody. They like, oh, we don't want to talk to a shrink, and we kind of internalize and kind of just say, oh, that's that uncle, don't let your kids go over there, or that's that auntie, she always been crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Or Black people don't go to seek professional help. Just go see your pastor.
But that's not the end all though,
Mm-hmm.
No,
because
but,
sometimes you
know,
need to see a licensed professional.
You do.
Right. That can
You do.
walk you through steps on how to get through your problems. Because that, like you were saying, go see your pastor's always, oh, pray about it,
Yeah,
pray
that's
about
what
it.
they always
Yeah,
say.
we're gonna pray about it, but
But
we also need some
professional
professional
help.
Some
help
professional help.
Mhm.
or some medicine.
And
Okay.
it's okay to seek professional help.
Right.
It is nothing wrong with it. It is nothing wrong with you.
And people need, if they see something, they need to say something. Like if you see a family that is in distress, or it seems like the parent is not taking full care. Like if I see a mother where their children's outside and they don't have a coat on and it's snowing, I'm just not going to roll past. I'm going to see what's going on,
Right.
contact the authorities, and see what
Mhm.
can be done, because that's a
Yeah.
big issue.
Right now, we're just so afraid to step in and help somebody when we see a need. We need to get out of that.
Yeah,
It's
we
been
do.
a lot of instances where something could have been prevented if someone would have just, hey, you need some help, or, see somebody on the side of the road, or what have you. People have been, killed on 94 for getting out of their car to trying to help somebody that's in an accident
True.
because the other people weren't paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
This was just back in I want to say October or November. It was a girl and her boyfriend stopped to help somebody who had an accident.
Mm-hmm.
They ended up getting hit by a car.
Wow.
So they were doing that good deed,
Mm-hmm.
trying to take care of somebody else and see what was happening, and then they lost their lives. But we need more people to step out
We
and
really
help
do.
people.
We really do. We really do. All right, Erica, I see you got a bottle here today. We're gonna have communion today. What is going on with this La Pinta?
So,
It's not communion.
as you know, DKC,
That was on first Sunday.
we love to try new drinks.
Yes, we do.
We love communion juice, as we would call it. So, this is called La Pinta. It is a pomegranate tequila.
Mm-hmm.
So, I have actually tried it. As people who know me know, I travel a lot.
A lot.
This is one of those drinks that actually my brother Cornish put me up on. And during my travels, I came across it again. So I had to definitely bring some home with me.
Mm-hmm.
And as you can see from my shot glasses, it shows my many
places of
my
travel.
many places of travel.
I know we got a couple of people in the audience. Do you guys want to take a shot of this La Pinta?
La Pinta.
It's from Mexico, right?
Okay.
A silver tequila
Tasha,
blend.
we're gonna give you Barbados.
Okay.
Okay, we need
And
one more. We need
Tony,
one more shot.
We're gonna give you St. Lucia.
Barbados.
You know what? This is my place.
Okay.
She's pouring everybody very slowly. She don't want to
Oh
to
no, we
waste
can't
this.
spill. That's abuse.
That's
We don't
abuse?
abuse alcohol.
Come on, we need to pass the rest of these
who
shots.
needs, Punta Cana. Give someone Punta Cana.
Punta Cana.
Punta Cana.
Come on with the Punta Cana.
All right, you
It
guys.
smells good.
So I'm gonna let you guys go because I know what it tastes like.
Okay, let me
I'm
smell
let
it
you
first.
guys Go.
Okay, it smells like pomegranate.
Mm-hmm.
It really smells like
It
tequila
does.
too.
Mm-hmm.
Tasha, you first. You taking a whole shot? Or you sipping?
I wanted to taste it first, and then I could throw it back.
Tasha done sat here and let the tequila wet her palate for a minute. You gonna throw it back?
It's good.
It's so good that you actually could sip it.
It's good though.
I like it.
I've bought tequila in Mexico that burn going down.
What about the
Ooh,
tequila that got
this
the
was
worm
good.
in there?
Yeah. Whew. All I needed was like 2 shots of that.
So
and
let
I
me
was
see if
out.
I can get the bottle close enough for you guys to see. It's a white bottle, so it's kind of hard to see. Not really. But.
Erica was trying to show the bottle online.
We'll take a picture and put
We'll
it on
take a
our
picture and
put
send
it
a
on our
link
page.
for those individuals that want to know more about the La Pinta
Mm-hmm.
and where they can get it, because I just looked it up online and it is available on bennies.com.
I forgot to give a shout out to my girl, Yamina Brock.
Who was that?
Her and I, we have worked together. She's a teacher at Mumford, but she's also a singer and she is dynamic. So Yamina and Jazzy Soul, they perform every third Friday at Jaybird's Rotisserie in Southfield. So they had a show this past Friday night.
Right.
Really good. She had a nice crowd, good vibes. As always, they're good. So just want to send a congratulations to her for, getting back out there after the pandemic. I think this might have been her third show, getting back into the swing of things after, everything is, almost back to normal, for whatever we know normalcy
I kind of feel like it is back to normal a little bit.
Yeah. So
I had a driver that was complaining about wearing a mask in the clinic. I was like, bro, why you getting upset about wearing a mask in the clinic? Everybody wears a mask at the clinic. That was kind of crazy. So,
Yeah.
Erica, and I know you got some announcements to make. Let's let the people know what's going on with DKC.
All right. So DKC has lots of upcoming epic events coming up. So, February, Will You Be Mine Couples Paint and Sip. It is Friday, February 11th from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Tickets for couples are $40, singles $25. So you can go to our website, www.dkc.com, and purchase a ticket.
You don't have to be a couple to come though.
You do not. It's
But you
$25
might
for
find
singles.
somebody. So maybe we need to turn this into one of our
Speed dating.
Hey,
and you know what? We got
we
a lot of things going on. So we do have vendors. So could you tell us about the vendors that's going to be in the house for that event?
So we have Miss Brandy, who is going to be our food vendor. She does an array of things, but she's famous for her potato bar. So hopefully she brings that to us. We have Cecil's cheesecakes. We have Kia's pound cake. We have Octavia's chicken salad, famous chicken salad.
Now that chicken salad is good.
It
Is
is
that the
very
one that
good.
sells the chicken salad at Myers?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, yes, the spicy chicken
Yeah,
salad.
that was
Yes.
good.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
So
Thank
she's
you, Lord.
coming. We have some purse vendors and some other vendors that are going to be there. The address is 21333 330 Coolidge Highway in Oak Park. So you can go on our website or you can contact one of us. For March, we also have our St. Patrick's Day party bus coming up. So anybody who has been there, you know we have a great time.
Yes,
And
we
it's
do.
on a Friday this
And
year.
it's on a Friday, which means that we can stay out. You know,
Right.
we always have to shut it down
Right, to
about
go home
11
and
so
go to
we can
work.
go home and go to work. We don't have to shut it down this year. So we gonna go all night, y'all.
I'm excited about that. We got something special that's going to be after the bus. So me and Erica is working on a little after party this time. Since it's on a Friday, so we can continue to turn up.
All right, get your green, get your Irish wear. You know, I'm a Mick Pryor.
I do want to give a shout out to Lachelle School of Dance. This morning I took my daughter to ballet day. Ballet day is something that they do. I think it's national, but they did it at EMU. And I just want to shout them out because they are always giving our girls wonderful, wonderful opportunities. So if you're looking for a dance school for your child, she's located in Oak Park, Michigan. You can go to lsodance.com. She takes ages 3 to 83, boys, girls,
I
adults.
can go dance?
Yes, you
I
can go dance. As long as you can move, you can dance.
Hold on. Tasha need to go to yoga first. She got to get her stretch on.
Fuck you.
Ooh.
Oops, my bad.
Girl, you better get that stretch on because we're gonna need them
moves.
legs here and
I got
not
moves
here.
like Jagger.
Like who?
Jagger.
You got knees like Megan?
No.
Okay, dear. Erica, she's gonna need some ointment and some ace bandages.
Anthony gave me some Lanacane. It's in the car.
Happy Sunday, BB.
Hey,
I
BB.
see you.
I'll put it on my knees.
Oh, you can put it up. Erica, you got the
Hey, BB.
we're trying to get Erica to get she's supposed to be the engineer for us.
They say she has one job.
She got one job. One job there.
There we
And
go.
our special guest is in the house. I'm so excited. We're waiting for her to come join us. We got Bupe Mulenga that's going to be talking about Stephen's Southern Delight. So she is getting prepared, and while she is doing that,
that's some of the best ice cream I've ever had.
And she's
going to
get us some samples. So I've been.
Good.
And here is a disclaimer: I have never tasted her ice cream.
As much as she's with us, you've never had it.
I've never had it.
What is wrong with
Antonio,
you?
you're fired.
I've never had
You're
it.
fired.
You
today.
had, like you just said, you had one job.
Right.
I
fired.
never had.
I can't
ice
believe
cream.
you never tasted
So
it.
when
She sets up right next to you and I
she
all the time.
does, but Erica always tell me, "Don't be spending money on that." But anyway,
Oh no, you didn't.
we be telling each other that. Like, if you make some money, don't be spending it all.
that'd be Tasha. As soon as Tasha gets some money out for the body butter, she's going
Shoot.
right over there to go eat.
With
She does.
Body Butter by TP.
Oh, TP. Okay, so this Jamaica trip. So DKC is going to Jamaica August 24th to the 28th. So those that are interested, the deposits are due by the end of February. So you can go to DetroitKeyClub.com under the VIP travel section, and you can get more information on that. And this is hot off the press. So DKC will be in Hawaii for 2024.
Yes, I'm
Aloha.
ready already.
Aloha.
And why I got on the fly, aloha, bitches.
I know.
I love it.
I don't
think-
even know if they say that in Hawaii.
I don't know, but I need a shirt that says that. Yeah.
Well, I want to go.
You want to go?
I'm
You
ready to go
What do you
now.
mean saying you want to go? We are going.
What
I'm
are the
ready
dates?
to go now.
What are the dates again?
So the Hawaii is that week of Valentine's Day,
2020,
2024.
Okay.
So not to
I
get the
need a
people
day off.
confused, Jamaica in August of this year and Hawaii in February of next year. So that gives the girls a few months to get their coins up. Okay.
Yeah.
Cash them stamps in. Secure the bag.
My new school doesn't have that whole week off anymore for winter break.
Well, you need to work on it.
Put your dates here. You better say I got COVID.
No. I have a really good principal. He will understand.
I got a couple people at my job.
Look, he can go with us, him and his wife.
I hope I don't get in trouble, but there's a couple people at my job. They have had COVID 3 times in 1 year.
It's possible.
Maybe. Anyway.
Interesting.
That's why after 3 days of work, you request a doctor's note to come back. I have to put you up on some HR tactics.
No, because my doctor gave me a note that doesn't have a date, and I can just write it in, and I can make many copies.
Lord have mercy. You want to sell some of those?
Oh, shout out to the favorite doctor. I'm not gonna put his information out there.
The good doctor.
The good doctor.
Okay.
$19.99 per copy.
That part. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this table. We have our favorite Bupe Mulenga from Stephen's Southern Delight. Hey, welcome to join us.
Thank you.
We're going to get all in your business because, one, I love the website.
Good.
Whoever did it, because I just perused through it.
Yeah, I
was
looked at it too. Yeah.
Okay, let me get into it.
Yeah, when it popped up on DKC page, at first I was like, what Tony posted? Then I saw that it was you had posted on our page. So yeah, it's nice. I like it. Congrats with all your success so far.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And don't forget about us when you blow up.
Oh, no. Never that. Those that support, they'll always be there.
Okay, so for the audience, who is Bupe and what is going on with the company?
I am a person that is outgoing. You can tell, from my hair that I'm pretty colorful.
Love it.
So a very outgoing personality and spirit. What's going on? Stevens is well on its way. There's a lot of great opportunities coming our way with different grants, different accelerators, incubators, business incubators and things of that nature. So we're really excited about that and the growth. So there's some good prospects in the making. A deal that we probably can't talk about yet, but it's going to be coming up here in the first quarter of a store that stores will be in. So really excited about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
Tell us about Sarah and Horace.
Okay, those are my grandparents, Horace and Sarah Stevens. They had Stevens Pharmacy in Romulus, Michigan. Granddad, or Horace, was named or affectionately known as Doc Stevens, or some of the customers, Doc Stevenson, and grandmother, Sarah. They opened it up in the 1940s. And, that was an accomplishment for African Americans back in the day to have their own store, their own business, and being able to be that advocate for those in the neighborhood. Like my grandmother, she did the Girl Scout troop, and it was a lot of stuff that they did. We went to church there in the community. So they gave back a lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you got to tell the people how this all started, because you had allergies and you got to tell the story. What happened?
Yes, I have experienced these allergies.
Yes. So, growing up back in the day, parents when I was younger, they didn't understand what food allergies were. So you had to eat whatever they gave you.
Or you went to bed hungry.
Exactly. And so I kept telling my mom, I can't eat peanut butter and jelly. It makes me sick. And she was like, okay, whatever, you're going to eat it. And so, I would eat it. And then finally I stopped doing it. And so she just started making jelly sandwiches because I would eat that. And so that's an example of what would happen every time I ate something that I was allergic to back in the day.
Wow.
It was, no one would know. I just wouldn't eat it and I would just get sick and I couldn't get over it. So I just avoided all those foods. So everybody's like, she's such a picky eater. It's because they were all food allergies. So fast forward, I was at a grocery store and I wanted some ice cream. And of course, I can't eat a lot of the ice cream that's in there. Actually, none of them. And I looked at the flavors and what I could eat was Breyer's vanilla. And I said, I don't want vanilla anymore. If I had the choice, I would eat some sweet potato pie ice cream. I would eat this, I would eat that. And so I went home and the next day I started to practicing and making ice cream that I could eat and I wouldn't get sick from.
Okay, so here's the other thing, because I was looking at the menu and I know that this menu has a story because I'm looking at it like Auntie Marguerite, like she has got to have the bomb peach cobbler. And what is going on with Auntie Marguerite peach cobbler? That's what I want to know.
It's good.
Well, it is one of our top sellers. And there's 4 flavors that actually rotate in and out of the top 4. But the story behind that is I named all those flavors after someone that was near and dear to me. And they're all family members that have passed on. So this brand was to pay homage to my grandparents, but also those that help rear me and bring us up. Back in the day,
that's
it was a whole village.
Right.
Yeah, so it does very well and people like it.
And what about Uncle Freddy's cinnamon and sugar?
That one I brought for you guys today. That one actually has an inclusion in it. So for those that aren't aware what that is, it's the cinnamon flavored ice cream, but it also has donuts in it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So Bupe has brought us some samples.
You're getting fancy.
I was telling them
greedy.
I was telling them
It's
I have
okay.
never tried your ice cream.
Never?
Never.
I told him he was fired.
Right.
And I've been seeing you, knowing you since 2019. I have never tried this. So disclaimer. So when I taste it, I will give you guys my honest opinion.
Sounds good.
Y'all ready for a good taster? Because she brought some for us.
Right. It's
Absolutely.
good.
I already
I
have
love
my
ice
favorite.
cream. So yeah. My
My-
dad used to take me to get ice cream every day.
Terrence,
Remember
Missy,
I told you about that one time
you
we
want
were
some
all
ice
together.
cream?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That peach
Which one?
cobbler is
Now
the
this one
bomb.
right here is what?
That's vanilla.
This the vanilla?
Yep.
This granddad's vanilla.
And then that's yellow cake batter.
That one's good too.
Damn, Tasha.
Yeah, I try our vendors.
We know what she doing at the pop-up the pop-ups.
Right, buying ice cream.
No wonder why she be coming up missing.
Like where'd she go? Back there
What
eating
is
that
this?
ice cream.
And then there's yellow. That's
Okay,
the cinnamon
I'm going to
sugar.
try Uncle Freddy's because I feel a connection with this one.
Yes, it
The
seems
cinnamon
that
and
way.
sugar.
It seems that you have a connection with Uncle Fred.
You want me to split it out for you?
Yes. Here you go.
Funny.
So it was sitting on dry ice. Yeah, it's gonna have to unthaw a little bit.
It's okay.
Sorry.
Let it unthaw.
All of them are gonna probably be
They're
dry
solid.
fire.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Bupe, where can people go and to see your information? What's your website? What's your Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, if you're on there, Twitter?
Okay, so website is Stevens, which is Stephen's. So it sounds like Stephens. Delights, DELIGHTS.com. On Instagram and Facebook, our handle is Stevens Delights. On Twitter, it's just Stevens Delight. It's not plural on Twitter. And then on YouTube, LinkedIn, it's all under Stevens Southern Delights. Oh, and TikTok, Stevens Delights too. Sorry.
Hey. Well, Bupe, we really appreciate you for joining us on this episode of our Detroit Key Club Life Conversation.
Yes.
And we hope that this will not be the last.
Yes. No, it won't.
And thank you
I'm
for
willing to come
accepting
back
the invite
anytime.
too.
Yes.
Because
thank
I did
you.
call you at the last minute.
That's okay. That's okay.
'Cause
That's what
we
friends are
love you.
for.
Yes. Because I told Eric, I was like, I got to get Bupe. You guys, I stalked her on Facebook and got her.
Can you purchase the ice cream anywhere in the stores yet?
That's coming the first quarter. Yeah, towards the end of the first quarter. But at all of you guys's, pop-up shops, of course.
Which we have one coming up in April.
Exactly. And then there is the couples painting.
Yes, she is one of our vendors, so she will be there.
Exactly. Well, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this episode. You guys that are online, you can stay tuned to the next episode. For those that are listening to us on the various different podcasts medium, the next episode will be with Terrence Burns. We want to get into what we were talking about on the previous episode about single parents having children out of wedlock, which is going to be a really good topic. Bupe, we hope that you can stick around for that, so that you can yell in from the sideline and let us know some different things.
All right.
So we thank you guys for joining us on this part or this episode with Detroit Key Club. Stay tuned to the next.
All right.
And we're back with Detroit Key Club Life Conversations for a good this episode here. We're going to be getting into, I know, Pastor Burns, we had you on the show 2 shows ago.
Terrence.
PT, TB.
Are you with me? Oh.
Hey, so 2 episodes ago, we were talking about, you started sharing your testimony about the kids out of wedlock.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to bring you back on to kind of share with the audience, because we did tell them that we was going to bring you back. And so we want to try to get into that with you and Tasha on that testimony on that. So we're going to let y'all take it away, because I know a couple of people. One of my friends, he was like, I can't believe y'all cut the show off. I was ready. I was ready. So Lonnie, this episode is going to be dedicated to you.
The only reason why I begin to talk about that was everybody knows the story in the 16th chapter of Genesis and the 21st chapter of Genesis about Hagar.
Do we need a reader?
No, we don't even need a reader.
Okay.
Because they can read it, they can follow it through your Amplified. You remember when Abraham had a second wife, Sarai could not bear children. The first incident, real briefly, is that she was pregnant. There was some tension going on that Sarai regretted. She went out, but the angel of the Lord met her. Then later on, as Ishmael got older, we know that the Lord appealed unto Abraham, let him know that Sarah's name was going to be changed to Sarah, which meaning mother of nations. Later on, she had Isaac, which was the promised seed. Ishmael was still around, but there was some tension going on between the 2 women. And on the second aspect, she had Abraham listened to his wife. God had talked to him. She was out there in the desert. She was like maybe between 900 to 1,600 foot from, it was like a bow distance away. That was considered what the application of that was. It was considered a target area.
Okay.
Where you was distant to watch her child either die, because they didn't have any but this little bit of water and bread. But they, again, God heard her cry, heard the cry of the lad, both crying, and he reached out to them. The reason why I was getting that about turning and learning is because at that time, as being a single parent, I made a choice. And I'm going to be very honest, to get involved with a young lady during the time I was in the military. And back then, I didn't know anything. Can I just be blunt? Didn't know about sex, didn't know about what it was about being a father, being a leader, being an example. But out of that, the Lord blessed me with a great seed, my son. Now, the thing is that, and I'm not ashamed to say, because it's all out there. I've talked about it publicly through different sermons or different presentations. Everyone knows on video, is that he was born that there was drugs in his system. I was wondering why they were poking, and they found residues of acid. They found residues of cocaine. It was just in him, and they thought he was going to be a child with a bad defect.
Right.
But I really had to pray. First of all, it's not a sin having a child. I think we get that wrong. It's not a sin. It's a gift from God. It's that sometimes choices are made and life comes into existence. So all of you that are getting hit with that, don't let that offend you, because again, we have great women here, and even ones that and men who have had children. But through that, my son went to Texas A&M, graduated with honors, even in high school, even into college. But one of the things I learned in that is about not only choices, but they're using some not only common sense approaches. And then you said something about mental illness, because at the time I was studying ministry. Now, a lot of preachers won't like to deal with that, because there are people in leadership,
right,
not just only ministry, CEOs, business, who have had defects. I like to say that you can have a defect, just like people may call you trash, but remember, trash can be recycled.
That's true.
We recycle products. So in that, every so amount of months with every job I had, I was fortunate enough to be in jobs where they did give you psychiatric or mental health evaluations to see if you were fit to do your job, even in the military, even if you fit to be a parent and you were fit to perform. But in the process of that, I was reconciled and reinstated back in ministry, but I chose to take a long-term sabbatical. I chose to step down from ministry for years, almost about 10, 15 years, so that I could focus on being a good father, making sure that I was focused, and making sure that I would be able to help others as they went through situations. But my good friend here, the doctor, she was on something that, and I just want to say this, because there was a scripture in Genesis when he told even Jacob, and this is for anybody who was going through a situation, even if it's parenting or struggle or you're raising families. It was in Genesis 28:15. He says, I will keep thee in all places until I have done that which I've spoken to thee of. All of us was spoken to be, as 3 John say, I wish above all that, beloved, that thou mayest prosper,
even as
your soul shall prosper. So I think that's where we need to target some of our discussions and finding ways to encourage and to help motivate people motivationally. We use the same theme when we first started coming here and pastoring in Detroit, simple but spectacular, using simple type of methods, which methods means ways, and using these kind of techniques and experiences, what we all have around the table, to help navigate people and parents. But that's what happened in my story. I'm not ashamed to admit it. We have a great relationship. There's some things that do hurt. Now, I will admit this. I'm 50. It'll be 56 tomorrow. But thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. But there are times that I do have my moments of sadness because of the things I wish I could have changed as being a parent in choices. But see, years ago, they would force us, and I'm going to say this, when you had a child, into marriage. And see, that marriage didn't work out, because I went through an abusive marriage where I was domestically beaten as a husband for years. So God had to really work with me how to heal, how to get over things. It wasn't easy, but thank God for people being placed in my life to teach me about that. I may be at the surface of something, but I have a purpose. But anyone can elaborate on that. I know your story was
similar. I was in college when I had my son. Of course, my parents were not happy that I had gotten pregnant, because I was, we sent you to go to school. What else you doing up there?
Erica, she doing other things.
Oh yeah.
So, but from that, I learned a lot of good lessons. Found out, like you say, true feelings or what have you from people near and far. One person that I can say, my mom and dad, of course, they I was attending Wayne State University at the time, and I was working at the Neil Palmer Child Development Lab. And so when I told my direct report, I'm having a baby, I just kind of don't know what to do. I'm 300 miles away from my parents, whatever, because I said I am not going home. I'm finishing school and, whatever. So my dad ended up coming to get me. I went home first. So I went home. My dad was like, nope, you coming home with your last final, have your stuff packed. I'm on my way. So I ended up going home for about 6 months. So Patrick was actually born in Benton Harbor. But when I came back, my boss had saved my job. And she said, I know your situation. I've been there. Not really. And she knew that I really didn't have anybody that could keep my son for me. So, our center was basically from like 1-year-old to 5 because we had a kindergarten or pre-kindergarten. She allowed me to bring Patrick with me when he was not even supposed to be there. So anytime that I see her, I thank her for just being there for me at that point in my life, because I was like, okay, well, if I got to take Patrick to class with me in the stroller and whatever, I'm going to school because, I really wanted to finish school. I was entering my senior year when I came back. So I really thank her and a lot of the people that I worked with then at the Child Development Lab, because it created some great friendships that I still have with people like Ruth and Sharonda, LaShawn. I'm still friends with those people and speak with them at least once or twice a week sometimes. And it also helped me grow, into being a mother, and I tell my son now, we talk about some of the things that happened to us throughout, his younger life and my life. And I told him we grew up together, basically. I was 21 years old. And I know nothing about being a mama. And I just put him on my hip and we went on about our business,
So me and my mom, we're 14 years apart.
Wow.
And so everybody thought that was my sister because my grandmother pretty much raised me. And my mom, she was a single parent. And of course we were spoiled. Like my mom really spoiled us. It's her fault that I'm the way that I am.
Patrick is right too.
Because
no, it was not Patrick.
My mom,
Patrick
let me tell you this. Let me tell you
and
this.
He knows it was just us.
My mom was a hustling. You hear me? We had the newest stuff out. Folks wanted to come over our house because we always had food, and I never had a day where we didn't have lights or gas or anything like that. She was doing hair in the basement and wiping old people's booties, in the daytime. So we were some spoiled brats, but we were 14 years apart, and me and her, we buck heads because by us being that close in the age. And so she tried to put one on me, but I'd be putting one around her. So
but I
hear that, mama?
Yeah, but I tell people, I and I know you've heard me speak, and one thing, me and Aunt and Mr. we have these conversations, but that thought keeps coming to me. Exposure and composure.
Oh, I love
We're
that.
exposed as what some things we have done or things that have happened and occur, but composure and how do we actually regain that self-control. And the Bible says that he's not given us the spirit of fear, and that was in I believe it's in 2 Timothy,
but a power, love, and a sound mind. And some people need to get over it.
Yes,
that's
it. That's what I said.
And a lot of everybody didn't grow up with a silver spoon in their mouth. Okay,
right.
And all of those hurts, and they, how you got people that talk about, oh, I was so hurt when I was 7. Get over it. Get over it. Because, and I say this from experience, because like even my dad, and I love my dad, I didn't grow up with him. The person who is on my birth certificate is not my real dad. Okay, so that's the difference. And so I got 2 daddies, but the biological father, I didn't know who he was until I went to high school, and who I known to be my cousin, her mother was like, "You George's son." I'm like, "Who are you talking about? Who is that?" And so that's what the connection was. And it wasn't really my mom. She never really like talked about him. But when I found out who he really was, she didn't stop me from seeing him.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I didn't get to know my dad until I was like in my senior year of high school. And now we're just really close. And like he's my biggest advocate.
We don't
Mm-hmm.
compliment. We don't compliment a lot of our parents. The parents are, to me, are some of the greatest heroes.
Mm-hmm.
Especially a lot of parents, and I'll even go as far as this, even when there's divorces, they
Mm-hmm.
become the issues with children, but even at the single parent, we don't compliment our strong parent figures or their guardians, those who have these children.
Right.
I think, and I know sometimes in ministry, they get mad at me a lot of times, but
they get mad. They always mad.
They always mad at me, because one of the things is I have to look at it that, in the experiences that I had, that even when I started making good choices and making better choices,
mm-hmm.
there was always that little bit, okay, am I going to mess up? Am I going to do something to get out of there? Being single, you date. You
mm-hmm.
see other people. You have to have a life too, because though your life is your children, but you have to interact with other things as well. So I had to really look at that as well. But when I began to really evaluate, it was a process, a learning experience. I had to also rely on examples, examples, and it wasn't always the church people. It wasn't always the church people. Everybody say it's always got to eat it. I get it, but
church.
It is.
Hashtag
It's the fact. But there is power in the process.
That is. And you know what? I'm gonna bring Erica
process.
in this because I really admire her, because she really knows how to balance her personal life.
Tell us.
Mm-hmm.
We need to know
balancing
how to
her
balance.
She
child's
is a super
life.
mom.
You
She
are
is definitely
really
a super mom.
Help me, because I'm
Right.
still learning. No, kids.
Right. Like she said, she was up in Ypsilanti at the crack of dawn this morning in the snowstorm.
So Erica, tell us how
yeah.
you do it.
Well, I do it because I have to do it. I do it because I want to do it. I don't want my daughter to miss out on anything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want, I want her to have a great life. So I do it because I want to and I have to. So you guys both know, Tasha, you've been around since she was born.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a single mom too. I'm an old single mom. I had her old. it's nothing different. Old, young. I was still a single mom, but I do it because I want her to have a great life. I don't want her to miss out on anything because I'm a single mom. So I do what I got to do. Just like you said, your mom is a hustler. Anybody who knows me, I'm a hustler. I do whatever it is that I need to do. I knew what I had to do this morning. Hey, we got that schedule. I got a schedule every day. I live by my book. And I open that book up and I schedule, like, literally, those neurotic people that you see on TV.
Yep.
That's me. My life is scheduled. And that's how I'm able to do the mom stuff and work stuff. And I'm in organizations
with an S.
With organizations with an S, I try to be active in my organizations. I try to spend time with my family. I try to spend time with my friends, and I do it because I want to, and I know that I have to if I want her. I just want her to grow up to be a very well-rounded member of society.
Right, and you're doing a great job.
Yeah.
She is.
That sounds like nothing, but it is. It's hard work. It's very hard work.
She said something very powerful.
Hold on, and shout out to Mia
powerful.
because she made the honor roll.
She sure
Okay.
did.
And she had a birthday a couple of weeks.
She did.
She sure did. Sure did.
And they forget that with hustle, another rhyme is muscle. It takes the muscle. It takes the movement. And I like that, is that you're consistently moving, and that's powerful, because a lot of people, when they look at hustle, they take it and they misinterpret it, but it also means to quickly or to suddenly or to do what has to be done for that period of time.
Right.
And I think with words, with words, we tend to edit to the way we want because it's some things to do with culture. It's some things of how we look at it. But when you really look at it without hustle, you have to have movement or motion. So that's why muscle has to be in it. The brain power, you know, the thinking, getting up in the morning, really getting energetic. And that's powerful because I'm gonna tell you, when I left here the last time we were here, I almost was in tears because I said, this is what I've needed all along since I've been here, is to have straight up dialogue. You know, because being chaplain for Democrats, Republicans, sometimes you you sit there and everything is political, and sometimes they deal with the facts. Single parenting, they're dealing with certain things. But having the real, true, honest, and dialogue. And I'm going to say this, not that I'm biased, but our women of color are strong.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. We are. We are.
Our women of
Since
color.
the beginning of time.
Misty, she's a strong woman. She was a single parent, a strong woman. She stays on me. But I say that in watching, you know, even this, and our women of color do not get the compliment from other nationalities
or the recognition.
No, the recognition.
But then you'll see so and so on the TV doing the same thing we do, and they're like all accolades for
because I believe Hagar.
Did Tasha really give the white girl side?
I did.
Okay,
but I really, but Hagar, she was darker complected. I mean, no one likes to talk about certain things, and these women, you know, not historically, were really strong. So.
And you know what? On that note, you know, I have to thank my mother. My mom is amazing.
Yes,
if I didn't have my mom, I couldn't do all of the things that I do. And just even my friends, my best friends have been my best friends for 30 years.
Wow.
And those are my daughter's auntie. Auntie Tasha have picked her up and taken her a few places. Uncle Antonio
Did you have
on
to
the
whoop
call
her?
list too.
Not at all.
Okay, that's okay.
So my friends are amazing.
She's a good girl.
They
have to
you
whoop her.
don't have to work.
I've never had to even.
That's a good girl.
Mookie used to lay in my chest and sleep at the school.
Oh wow!
When she was an infant.
Wow.
So yeah,
that's
that
amazing.
has been our
So
baby.
my friends will pick her
That's
up.
amazing.
You know, they will keep her. They will do anything that I need. So I have an awesome support system.
And Terrence, her daughter has a busier life than most adults.
Right.
Really?
Right.
She got dance, she got modeling, she got photography, she got good hair, makeup, fashion shows.
Right.
Oh, she has a beautiful boss.
She
got beautiful eyes.
Yeah.
That girl is in a whole lot of stuff. I don't know how she doing it. And we went to dinner for her mom's birthday. And I was talking to Erica's mom and was like, how in the world did Mia get the honor roll? I just did not see
how
it.
Did she get it?
I'm like, is she going to
She's
school?
always been smart. Well, because she got so much other stuff to do that she ain't never in school.
I claim that Erica was doing her homework. Because, you know, they got that, what's that core curriculum or whatever that is.
We were using the same curriculum as her school. So she knows.
I like what somebody said. They said Erica's an amazing mother. All right.
So this person right here who is commenting is actually one of my best friends.
All right.
She has been my best friend. She was 13, I was 14.
Wow.
And she is also my daughter's godmother. So
That's
she
amazing.
is one of those people who has changed the
BB.
diapers and picked her up and took her, you know, and done some of those things. So this person right here is a big part of my support system.
We love
amazing.
BB.
Yeah, we do.
We love BB.
What, that's her nickname, BB?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's my BB Bernadette, aka my BB.
Bernie.
Now, how old is she now?
My daughter is 12.
All right. Well, that's not long. Then she'll be getting her driver's license and all that good stuff.
Right.
Oh,
Can't wait.
Now, you know, we gotta do the 13th birthday. So after what I saw Friday, like we gotta do a big.
Don't worry, you want to see the Pinterest? It's ready.
Oh, she's already started planning.
Because that birthday party got to be off the chain.
It's ready. Red carpet affair. We already
when's her birthday?
In January.
January.
Okay, she's an Aquarius or she's not?
She's a Capricorn.
Okay.
Wow.
So Terrence, we are taking you out to eat after the the show.
Do that.
We are, because I already talked to Misty about it. So we're going out to eat. to celebrate your birthday. Plus, I'm hungry.
Having communion juice?
So wait, we gotta try this ice cream before we
Yeah.
go.
Yes.
Okay, so on the last episode, we had Bupe Mulenga from Stevens Southern Delights. So we still got some ice cream here, and so I am really going to get into it.
Is it thawed enough?
Yeah, I think Misty's gonna.
This yellow
gentleman's
cake,
gonna fry
this
some.
yellow cake batter here. So
It's
if you
good.
guys hear a whole bunch of commotion, that is us trying to get into this ice cream.
There's some fancy
I
plastic
enjoy it.
spoons. Where you get these from?
My wife is joy. You
Where
want
she
to
at?
buy some? Misty?
Boo-Bag, where you get these
Come on,
spoons?
Misty. Come
Oh,
on.
I can't tell you. Those are like
Come on, First Lady.
Okay, well,
Faith
give me
and
2
freedom.
of them. I need to put them in my
Hold
desk
on,
drawer at work.
and Tasha acting like that this all happened
This
in one.
is a good spoon.
Listen,
Look
she
at
acting
this
like-
Don't pick on
spoon.
Tasha, Tasha.
Don't pick on her.
you supposed to talk like the next episode was next week.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Oh, you need one?
No, she's
Oh.
putting the ice cream on there for us.
I'm sorry. I
we got
messed up the
everybody.
continuity.
We got everybody at the table, and Bupe is giving us scoops of
Okay,
ice
so
cream.
who wants yellow cake batter?
What is this?
yellow cake batter.
Yellow cake batter.
I'll take it. I'll try
Okay.
that one.
Okay. Anybody else? You want those?
I'll take yellow cake batter. I'll try a little bit of that.
Oh.
I'm trying to wait for the cinnamon sugar.
We're going to support your
Mhm.
business.
Yes, y'all make sure you know.
Mhm.
Yeah, you were going
Terrence,
to.
I hope you
I am.
lactose
Isn't
tolerant.
it good?
This is good.
Mm.
Mhm.
This is
Oh yes,
good.
this is good.
This tastes like, oh man.
I want that thing in the middle.
But I do have to say, my
That donut.
my absolute favorite is the peach cobbler. I
Yeah.
love the peach
Yeah, I
cobbler.
like the peach cobbler.
Peach
That's
cobbler
my
ice cream.
favorite. Yes.
That's your
It's really
favorite.
good. Yeah.
hmm
It's just like black people when we eat, we just get
Oh.
quiet.
We need to support this.
All right. For the
You know,
first
so they say if
time,
the food is good.
this is
you don't
Uncle
talk.
Freddie's. Hey, Freddie. Hey, hold on.
You need one more?
Why does he pick on you all the time?
This is really good.
I don't
Bupe.
know. He's like that bully, you know.
Guys,
peach
you
cobbler.
can't
Did
see
you open
this,
the peach
but
cobbler?
she has
Oh,
huge
whichever. It doesn't
pieces
matter.
of
The
donut
cinnamon.
inside of this ice cream. Like
This
it's
is good.
huge.
What did you?
It's a cinnamon sugar donut.
I know.
And this is really
Like
good.
vanilla.
This is my first time having her ice cream.
I can't believe
How
that,
much is it
Tony.
for each thing like this?
I'm so outdone. with
I'm
you.
not a really ice
$6.50?
cream eater.
Okay, well, whenever you don't want your ice cream, I'll take it.
But I would support
Thank
Bupe because I'm like,
Oh, this is good.
I know.
I hadn't had this one. This one is
We're
really
giving you
good.
20
what's
for
the one
that,
that you're eating?
for letting us taste it.
The donut, the cinnamon, something.
Not much. But
All right, so we're doing
Take
a whole lot of smacking on this
Mm.
web on this podcast.
Okay.
All right.
Make sure we have on our a link from our website to hers or
Yeah.
something because people they got to buy this.
And you can find her. She is on our Facebook page. So if you go to our Facebook page, you can also find information
And I'll
to
be
get
dro-
to her.
I'll be dropping a link in the podcast for this episode too. As well.
And for all my friends out there, just send me a text and I'll text it to her.
Mhm.
She is
That's
accepting
right.
orders.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, you guys, it has been real. I appreciate you guys for coming and joining us here at the Detroit Key Club Live Conversation. To Terrence and Bupe on the last episode. She joined us on this episode. My co-host Tasha and Erica. Thank you guys. Any last words?
Just thank you for joining us. Don't forget to follow us on social media, Facebook, IG, Detroit_Key Club. Our website. You can check out new events, and we hope to see you at the Paint and Sip.
Woohoo!
I'm supposed to be
Right.
there. We supposed to be going.
Just a thank you to the two of you, my great business partners. You know, people are beginning to know who I am now when we do events. So somebody was like, "You were at the last thing." I said, "Yeah, I'm that third partner." And they're like, "Oh, that's right, you're Tasha."
If you see that we don't really take pictures no more without you,
I say thank you.
thank you. It's not a D in the K.
Did
It's
we
a
take-
DKC. We didn't take any last night. I didn't.
We
take,
took one.
I took no pictures.
You were busy DJing.
I was.
DJ, please.
I took one picture of you. I took a picture of you. And
Okay,
Sam.
send it to me. I need it for Facebook.
I thought you took a picture of three of us.
What did you play? Old school or new school? I mean, what kind
Everything.
Everything, old
okay.
school, new
I didn't know
school,
you did it.
ratchet,
Yeah, he didn't play any
family
too short.
reunion.
He didn't play
everything.
too short though. I
No
texted
Freddie
him.
Jackson?
Yes, he
Oh,
did.
okay. Oh.
He played some Luther and
All
some
right.
Freddie Jackson. He played
I put a little
everything.
bit of everything.
He
But
didn't play too short.
You guys, we
Blow the
appreciate
whistle.
everything. We appreciate those that are watching us, and we hope to see you on the next episode. Peace.
Bye-bye.